Coach's Corner, episode number 15. Coach Christian, Seth Humphrey here. Today we're going to talk about eating out, especially for individuals that are trying to lose weight. Eating out, our favorite restaurants, and how we eat if we're going to a restaurant. And then on the other side of that, just what kind of tips and tricks can you need to look out for when it comes to like the food and things like that you're ordering. You want to go ahead and...
Yeah, I think starting with appetizers. I mean, I like to say no to appetizers because restaurants are very strategic about it. Most of those appetizers are loaded with carbs, loaded with their fat. So what that is, it's not very satiating. It's not like protein is. So after you eat that appetizer, you're still hungry and you're ready to throw down on that food that comes out afterwards. And most of those appetizers are just loaded with calories. So before your main meal even comes out, you're eating like 600-700 calories. And then on top of what your meal is going to be whenever it comes out. So you end up eating like a day's worth of calories just before you get up and leave that restaurant.
Yeah, no, I didn't even think about, because when you look at the appetizers, it's chips and queso or it's some type of
mozzarella sticks.
Egg rolls.
Yeah.
You're 100% right. And if you do, let's say that you are eating, but you just want to appetize, because I used to be an appetizer guy. Like,
yeah,
I want to eat
don't
as
get
much
me
as
wrong,
possible.
yeah, me too.
But let's say you do order a steak and a potato and you eat pretty good for the dinner or the lunch or whatever it is, then you might fill up a little bit with that appetizer and then not have enough, then not be hungry enough to eat the rest of your food as far as that stuff goes. So I've never thought about that. I would say the oils that the restaurants are cooking in, you have no clue the amount of oils because they don't give a crap about the oils and stuff and the calories that are in it. They want to make sure the food tastes good. Because that's all they're worried about. It's like to make sure that you're happy with what the food tastes like. They don't care that 200 or 300 calorie piece of chicken or whatever it is that it may be. But once they add the oils and all the other stuff, it's an extra 300 calories or so. Yeah. And then what you have is a 600-700 calories, and you don't even understand. Another one that you can look at is like, because I just went yesterday to Longhorn Steakhouse. And they got that stinking wheat bread, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like the wheat bread's good, or you go to Red Lobster. I don't eat Red Lobster, but back
those
in the day
rolls,
when I was there, they had
the
those
cheddar rolls,
man, like things like that you don't even understand how much calories are in it. I remember when I had one-on-one fitness together, we just did personal training back in the day. You know, calories was not something you really talk too much about, like, because you didn't have all the apps and stuff back in 2006, 2007 as much. And I remember going to Santa Fe, and Santa Fe's got those rolls. And so I was like, all right, I'm eating good, got steak, got whatever. And then I pull out the roll, and I'm like, well, how much are the rolls? They're like 300 calories for a roll.
Yeah.
Like I could smash 4 or 5 of those rolls and not even.
They usually have that butter that they serve it with too.
Cinnamon butter. Yeah, no, they're ridiculous. So with that though, telling them, hey, you know what? I don't even want it. Don't even bring it out here, because if you bring it out, you're going to have some of it.
Yeah.
I have to just say, don't bring it out at all. So what else would you...
I think picking the grilled option on foods. So there's a lot of foods that are fried that are on the menu, but if you can get the option to have it grilled, that's definitely going to be the better option, because that fried, I mean, that could be another 200, 300 calories in itself.
Yeah.
So getting the grilled option if you can.
Yeah. I think on the other side of eating out, I eat from home probably 85% of the time, because it's just simple and I just know what the calories are, and that's the game that I'm trying to play, is like staying within my calories. And so that's where I'm eating a majority of my my foods at. So what I would tell you is like what I tried to do is, like, you're having something that you usually wouldn't have, that's a kind of a splurge, and you think, okay, well, I'll cook it at home. And so like you go and you buy all these ingredients to make like this casserole or whatever it is that you want to make that you like. And then what happens is like maybe there's leftovers of the ingredients goes in the recipe, and then you have that left over, you don't use it, or it's something that's high in calories, like it might be chocolate chips or something that you're using and you're scooping a handful. Not that I would know anything about that.
Yeah.
So if you're going to go out and eat or splurge or have a reward meal or whatever it is, get that food and go out and eat that food.
Yeah.
That way you're not putting any of it in the house, because here's the deal. If you don't bring it in the house, you don't eat it.
Exactly.
Straight up. So
yeah.
Anything else you can think of when it comes to...
Yeah, I think it's great to go out and eat and to enjoy yourself. I mean, we're all human. We want to, for our sanity, we want to go out and be able to have a good time socially with our friends and stuff. So just know that it does come with a price too. So if you do go out and eat, then make sure that you're going out for a 30 30-minute walk or an hour walk, or maybe fast. What I tell a lot of my clients is let's go ahead and just fast throughout most of the day. That way, once you get towards the end of the day, you've saved up all your calories for that meal, so you can afford to have those calories at the end of the day and not really feel guilty about it. Because that's the last thing you want to do is go out and feel like beat yourself up for eating those foods at the end of the day. So try to save it.
And what you said there was like the saving and not eating. It's way easier to fast throughout the day and have your non-calorie, your water, Diet Coke, whatever, and then save those calories or eat something really light for maybe lunch, like a salad with chicken or something like that. Having that and then knowing that you have at the end of the day, hey, I'm going to get to go and have blah, blah, blah. And so it's way easier, but you're right. Like then now you've saved a little bit of those calories to go from there. That's really what I'll do all during the week is Monday I had 1,000 calories. Tuesday I had about 2,000 calories. Then it goes Wednesday, I had about 1,300 calories. And then today I'll keep it light. Reason why is I'm knocking those calories down. So then on the weekend, I can be able to have a couple meals that are a little higher in calorie. And I can afford those because I've saved them throughout the week. So one of the things that we're going to talk about is like maybe a couple of our favorite restaurants that we like to go to. And then if you were going to go to that restaurant, what would you eat? You want to go ahead and go first?
Probably my favorite restaurant is Cheddar's. Just because I get the same meal every single time I go there, and I might have an appetizer, but with that meal that I have, I may not eat all of that meal. So I might eat half of that meal and then take the rest home and then eat it later. That way I'm not just all splurging in one sitting. But what I get is the lemon pepper chicken, and then with a baked potato and then some broccoli. That way I'm getting my carbs, I'm getting my greens, and then a little bit of fats from the cheese on the baked potato. But I try not to ask for bacon and all. I don't load that potato up. That way my calories aren't shooting through the roof on that, and then just eating that chicken and all that.
People are flipping you off right now, and they're saying, bro, you go to Cheddar's and you're getting lemon pepper chicken, broccoli, and they're like, I want something. I want to eat something. So, with that, we like to go to, if it's a pizza place, we like to go to the Wedge. The Wedge is the pizzas are not, they got smaller pizzas. They're more individualized as far as that. But what we'll do is Courtney and I will split a Caesar salad. And so we got a little something. And then they have some pears that are wrapped in prosciutto. So it's one of those that's not crazy, but kind of fills you up because the pear is the majority of the bulk of it. And then on the, I'll have some meatballs, and that's another thing where it fills me up with protein. Then I'll have my pizza, have 2 or 3 pieces of that pizza, and then I can take it home. But like Christian was saying, that me knowing that I'm going to the Wedge, that means that all day I'm not eating. I'm going to work out. I'm going to do the stuff I want to do because I know I'm going to get to have this later on. What's another one that you would?
I think as far as fast food.
Give me something like.
Man, I'm trying to think. I really pizza is definitely my guilty pleasure. So if I go out and have pizza,
how often do you get to have pizza? Once a year?
Nah, maybe a few times a year.
Where do you go?
I like Hideaway.
Yeah,
I like Hideaway, and I'll get the pizza decked out, but I'm saving my calories because I don't want to sit down and I don't want to be like, I can only have one slice. So if I do that, I'm going to go to Hideaway. Sometimes I'll make my fiance order the pizza and I'll order a salad, and I'll mainly just eat the salad and then take a couple slices from her too. Trying to balance it out.
Share pizza with. I used to be the whole, and then I still have the tendency of just getting the biggest and then all the toppings, and it's all mine.
Yeah.
But I don't do that as much anymore because you can't afford to, because you eat all your calories all week as far as that goes.
Yeah.
If you had to have a fast food or a little quicker way, but making it but wanting to keep it kind of healthy, what we try to do with when clients come in with habit-wise, when it comes to 42-day stuff, we look at it and say, hey, let's just cut the fast food out. Let's just do no fast food. We're not telling you what you can't have. Mm-hmm. We're just saying eat at home, or if you go out to eat somewhere else, just try to keep away from fast food. If you're looking at that medium range fast food kind of sit down, a good option is like a Qdoba.
Yep.
Going in and getting the steamed rice, or getting just some pinto beans, throwing some peppers or whatever else you want on there as far as that stuff goes. Things you really got to watch on that is the sour cream and the cheese and stuff. And so what I would do is when I started really watching my calories, I would get one of those burrito bowls and I would double up the chicken, and the burrito bowl would be like 800 calories, 700 calories, something like that. But it had rice, it had pinto beans, it had maybe a little sour cream on it, it had some cheese on it, whatever it was. And then that was 800 calories. Then I was like, okay, I'm dropping some weight. Oh, my weight's kind of stopped, and I would eat it every day for lunch. And then my weight would kind of stop, and I would go, okay, I'm gonna remove the cheese and the sour cream. And now that knocked off a couple hundred calories there. So then it was like, okay, now it's like 700 calorie bowl. And then I start getting a little bit to losing, and it stops. And then go, okay, well, I'm going to do just the beans and no rice now. And so it continues to just like a little bit more and a little bit more as far as that stuff goes. So that's a good way to do it as far as with Qdoba is like a burrito bowl or something like that. And I can eat a bowl every day.
Oh, yeah.
You can make those easy from the house.
Customize it how you want to too. Mix it up.
You don't have to. It's not one of those things that like you can always. I make burger bowls.
Yeah.
Which is hamburger meat with some chopped up everything that you want on your burger, and then like maybe mix a little bit of sugar-free or low sugar ketchup and mustard with it or whatever it is, and blend that up.
Taco salad bowls. Yeah, you can get your greens, you can get your lettuce, your tomatoes, your onions, all the good low-calorie stuff, and then just pile it up on the meat and have a good high-protein bowl that way as well.
Burrito bowls, things like that. Mm-hmm. But what we have to think about is like the sour cream and like the guacamole and the avocados and things like high in fat. So like that's what the stuff that you got to really look at and really try to decide whether that's worth it or not from there. So you got anything else?
No, man. That's it.
Yeah. So episode 15. Hey, there might be a question that you have. Like there's a topic that you're wanting to know. Like we're giving you free what we know, and we won't answer or get to say anything that we don't actually live and that we actually know. And so, like, if it's something that you have a question, shoot that in. If it's something that we know, we can, or if it's something we don't know, we can research it and come to you. And what we'll do is we'll answer those topics as far as that stuff goes, because that's ultimately what we want to help. And if you help us, then we can help you even better as far as that stuff goes. Right now, 12 and 12 program is back on. Do what you said. Follow the Vitality Mill way for 12 weeks. After you follow it for 12 weeks, then what we do is we gift you another 12 weeks. Now what this does is it lets you come in and get through phase 1 and phase 2 of our programs, which is we want to make it where after you're with us 6 months, that you're set and you can go to any gym. We want to keep you long term, and you probably won't want to leave, but you can take it and you can go, and if you travel or if you're going to a different gym or whatever, you know how to do it because you learned it the right way, and that's what we want to teach you. Not necessarily the fastest way, but the simple, sustainable way. That's what we're all about. So for Coach Christian, Seth Humphrey here, we appreciate you. If you have any questions or anything, pop them in the comments below and we'll point you in the right direction. Talk soon.